Here we are, Mom and Dad. 35 years, congratulations, a huge accomplishment. We all know it's not easy. Being married that long, you have your ups and downs. We've seen it, we've seen you persevere through it. It's a beautiful thing. We love you. Leland, I know you have a couple things you want to say.
Hey Mom and Dad, it's your favorite son. I just wanted to tell you guys that we love you and we are so excited for you. 35 years, what a journey that's been. All the incredible highs and lows and the things that you guys have been through. And just the ways that you've loved each other through it and really set a standard for not only the people around you, but your children and hopefully your children's children.
Hello, happy 35th anniversary. Me and Theodore, we have British accents in our neighborhood because people think we're crazy. Oh, don't stay. Happy anniversary. We wish we could be with you at the lake, but we can't. Ta-ta.
We just are in awe of how far you've come in 35 years. 5 years into our marriage, 30 years seems like such an immense number. And we're very excited and very grateful to have role models like you. You've touched more lives than you can count in the 35 years that you've been together. And you've loved more people than anyone could count in any given day. And we're just very grateful to have parents like you.
Yeah, we're so thankful to have you in our lives. And in the 7 years that I've known you, I'm really grateful to be able to see what an example of love you guys are, and that how you've persevered through all of your trials and brought joy through that, or had joy through that, even in the difficult times. And we're so grateful that Merritt gets to see his grandparents set an example of a marriage.
We love you, and there are a whole lot of other people who want to love on you as well, people that you've impacted in your 35 years of marriage. And so without further ado, we're going to hand that off to them.
Congratulations, John and Sharon. We're very happy to be with you on your 35th wedding anniversary. Has it really been 35 years since we stood in that circular drive at the Bayport Naval Station Officers Club and watched you circle and circle and circle? And we said, would you just leave, please? But that's what you do. You take the last ounce of fun out of everything. So good for you. And,
have a good one. Have a good one.
Not finished yet. And how proud you must be of your two wonderful sons, accomplished, and their equally accomplished wives. And that you have so much fun. That's just terrific. And you always bring so much fun and joy when you come to visit. Also late nights and a lot of empty wine bottles, but it's wonderful that you get a full measure of joy out of your life. We wish you nothing but the very best and lots of good years, and we love you, and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Ready, set.
Well, John and Sharon, it's your brothers, sisters, and brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws who are here to wish you a happy anniversary on your 35th wedding anniversary. We all started with cocktails, which is very appropriate. So anyway, we're all thinking about what to do, what to say, and it's been 35 years, and that's a long time. It seems so much longer, but that is a long time. And so you guys have really seen a lot, and we're going to kind of talk a little bit about the history as we go through each of our little discussions. But I'm going to start, and as I was thinking about this, I met Sharon once. I think Sharon and John came to Yorktown, and it must have been shortly after Jason was born. And But I really remember the second time that I met Sharon. I was in Florida. I was there on business, and I was in the Jacksonville airport. And as I was waiting in the lounge, we were waiting in the People's Express. Remember People's Express section of the airport. And Sharon comes over to me and says, I don't know if you remember me, but I'm Sharon, and I'm dating John. I said, oh yeah, I remember. How you doing? I think it was really only the second time that I met him. So I said, so it's good. She says, so what are you doing down here? I said, oh, I was working, what I was doing. And I said, what's going on with you? She says, well, I'm heading up to Maine. I'm going to see John. I said, wow, oh, that's great. So that's good. And we kind of continued to talk a little bit about just generally what was going on. And we couldn't sit, of course, together on People's Express in the airport, on the plane. So when we got out, I waited around, and she came off the plane, and we chatted for a little bit more. So I wished her well on her trip. And I swear, as she turned and left, I heard her say, I wonder what Jane will think. And this has been Sharon's mantra from then on. Every time that there is something that might not fit into Sharon's area of correctness, she always comes back to, I wonder what Jane would think. And so I think I know what Jane would think today, and George would think. They would think this has been just a great union between you two. Your kids, your now grandparents, just terrific. So we all wanted to wish you a happy anniversary and really wish you all the best as you go forward.
Hi, Sharon and John. Happy 35th anniversary from Mike and me. Yes, we do remember your wedding day well, when you almost burned down the church. Thank goodness the mothers-in-law were there to put the flame out. And then we all got to go to Disney World on your honeymoon. It was so much fun. Now, Sharon, I know how much my brother loves you and appreciates you because he tells us all the time. But as I'm sure you know by now, these compliments are lovingly dispersed by all husbands when they are perhaps in some sort of trouble with their better half, in the doghouse, so to speak. But, oh, never mind. I'm sure that's not true in your case. We are all assured of how very much John loves you. He tells everyone all the time. John, we all know that I speak only the truth. But somehow, even after all these years together, the love that shines between the two of you is real and beautiful. As Jane would say and think, thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary, you guys.
Hi, John and Sharon. Tom and I want to wish you a happy 35th wedding anniversary. When I think back over the years, there seems to be a common thread with the two of you. Homes and a slice of paradise. I recall when you lived in Connecticut, you had a beautiful house on the lake, and we could visit often. This was your own slice of paradise. Projects were done, and I admired how you both worked so hard on them together, joking and laughing all the way. Along came Grant, and Mom and Dad were delighted. They were able to visit often. Then John got a job change. Yes, he worked back then. Off to Roanoke they will go. They found another beautiful home on the lake that did not need a lot of work. Another slice of paradise was welcome. We could all come and visit. So off we went to Roanoke for a long weekend. What a great time we had. Sharon showed off the 100+ steps she built down to the lake, while John fiddled on the car or the boat, finishing small projects. He always bragged at Sharon's ability to get the job done using all sorts of machines and tools. That was sexy to John. Along came Leland, and another move was in the future for them. This time not too far. Just across from the lake, John said. Mom and Dad were confused as to why they needed to make this move. So John made a video. We saw the beautiful land they were purchasing, a sunset from the point, lots of water to run the toys. Mom asked, where's the house? John said, oh, no house, but it has a trailer. We sold our house and we will live in the trailer. building a house would come soon. Yes, a new house was built on another slice of paradise. We were so happy for them. A new house that they wanted. Not so fast. The house was built for friends and family. No need for them to move again. They had their hearts set on staying in the trailer. Many projects were completed. A new dock, tiki bar. Sharon built a beach, and they were living on paradise. Couldn't be happier. What would Jane think? 25 plus years later, they still are living happily in the trailer, enjoying paradise. Grant and Leland are happily married. Leland and Sam have a beautiful baby boy. Mom, what was you were telling me to say? Mom says, John, build that damn house for Sharon. All the kids aside, you two are a great role model and all and on love and marriage. Happy anniversary and many more happy years together. Love, Susan.
John and Sharon, Wendy and I would like to wish you a happy 35th wedding anniversary. It's been a fun trip, and I can remember your wedding day or that weekend down in Jacksonville. It was a wonderful time. It started off with Wendy and I arriving very late the night before the rehearsal dinner and staying in the wrong condominium building on the beach, which we didn't find out until the morning when Wendy and I were walking on the beach and we saw Mom on the balcony of another condominium saying, "Where are you guys staying?" And I said, "Well, we're in unit 15, like the note you left us." And Mom says, "We're in building 50, unit 15. So we were in completely the wrong building. We had to bug out of there, clean the place, get over to the right condominium. And whoever owned that condominium never knew we were there. But then we had to go get the tuxedo. And that was fun. John piled us all into a car, all the ushers and the men who had to get the tuxedos. I think we might have left one behind, but that was just, inadvertent. But we had to drive to the tuxedo shop, and we're driving through Jacksonville Beach, and we're up and down these roads, and John is exclaiming how, well, I've only been to this place one time, and I've only been to Jacksonville once or twice, but I know my way around pretty good. And I'm gonna, I know exactly where to go for this tuxedo place. And, Sharon's kind of lucky. I don't know if she realizes how lucky she is that I'm gonna be her husband, because I'm pretty smart, and I know a lot of stuff, and, I have a great sense of direction, Coast Guard. So we arrive at the tuxedo store, and we march in, and John says, "We're here for the Hansen tuxedos." And the guy looks at him and says, "Oh, we don't seem to have any tuxedos for Hansen." Which John said, "Well, you better sure have some, because I'm getting married tomorrow, so you better go in the back and find them." So the guy leaves, has a whole discussion with somebody else, comes back out and says, "Oh, you're at the wrong store. It's a different tuxedo store you have to go to, the other side of town." So John just looks around and goes, "Okay, sure, I knew that." And we went to the other tuxedo store. And then you moved to Maine. You were in the Coast Guard, so you moved up to Maine. And I remember Wendy and I visited you a couple times when you lived in Massachusetts. And that was nice. You came down to Massachusetts once or twice. And then at some point you moved to Connecticut and you settled in Niantic, which was like as far away as possible as you could get to the place where you worked, which was up in Torrington. But anyway, you used to brag about how you had to drive for 2 hours every day to get to work. But anyway, you lived in Niantic, which was nice. And then Wendy and I had an opportunity to relocate, and we moved to Connecticut. And so I thought, oh, this would be very nice. We're having a baby, we had to get the cousins to get together, to grow up together and everything. And I don't think it was 2 weeks after we moved to Connecticut that John said, "Hey, we're going to Virginia. We'll see." So that was a little disappointing, but you have a lovely place down there in Virginia. And had us down there a few times. We had a good time on the lake, and we had fun with your little trailer and your lake house and everything. So thanks again for all that, and God bless you, and hopefully you have a great anniversary and many, many more to come. Stay healthy. Bye.
Okay. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy
Happy anniversary.
Hello, Besan! Happy 35th anniversary! More years to come in the futures. We love you and we miss you, and hope you come back again to the West Coast soon to see your son and your daughter-in-law
And Besa.
and Besan. Both Besans. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, John and Sharon. Happy damn 35th anniversary! Well, since I'm the storyteller of the family, I've been elected to share a couple of stories about John and Sharon and their wonderful family. Now, Veronica, my wife, knew John first because of the fact that he was a consultant for her in junior achievement. And then my family built a house on the lake, two in fact, and that's when I got to meet this wonderful couple. Well, I didn't know anything about how to use a boat, but John taught me everything I know today. Now, I can tell you this, I was constantly reminded by John every time I got in a boat with him that he went to the most prestigious ship handling school in the world, the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. And which, by the way, is why I wore this shirt for you. And yes, it's navy, but it was the closest thing I had. Anyway, I can tell you this. One thing I learned very quickly was never ask John to throw you a rope to tie up the boat. It's a line, Larry, a line. Now, the great thing about our two families getting together was John and Sharon had 2 kids, we had 4 kids, and they all went to Roanoke Catholic. So, and they all grew up to be great friends, and they still are. And, but every morning at the local gas station, Veronica would pick up the Hansens, drive them in her Volvo station wagon, all the way to Roanoke Catholic, and then every afternoon, Sharon, sometimes John and Sharon, would pick up our kids and drive them all the way back to the lake. And I remember Sharon insisting when they got a brand new van on sippy cups because 2 of my kids, Jeremy and Jenna, always spilled the wonderful snacks and drink that Sharon provided in the afternoon all over their brand new van. So it was sippy cups or else. Well, one more story I have to include is that John, as a graduation present to me, when I graduated from Hollins University with my master's degree, gave me, I believe it was, a day of labor to help me start the process of building a staircase from our log house down a very steep embankment to the lake. Well, day turned into a week turned into a month turned into part of at least the entire summer. And yes, John and I, built the stairway to heaven. 72, somewhere around there, 72 steps down this steep hill to our dock at the lake. And that's just because John is a really good guy. Yeah. We love you, John and Sharon.
Wish we could be there.
Wish we could be there with you, but the V's are with you guys in spirit.
Have another happy 35 more years. Or more.
Absolutely.
Happy anniversary, 35 years to the best lovebirds. Love you guys.
Hi guys, we wanted to wish you a very happy anniversary. You two are the epitome of a partnership and a relationship, and we hope you have a great day and can't wait to see you. Love you. Happy anniversary.
Sharon and John, I was so excited to get a message from Grant the other day letting me know that you two will be renewing your vows on Monday, and I can't think of a better couple to lovingly renew vows. And Grant also asked me to share a memory, and Jim and I are in Arlington this weekend, and I've been thinking all weekend about a particular memory I could share, and I can't think of just one. It's really a culmination of memories from over many years. I met John in 1992, I believe. We started singing together in the Virginians, and we've been lifelong friends ever since. And I'll never forget the day I met Sharon when you brought that precious newborn Leland to rehearsal, and we've all been lifelong friends ever since, and we shared great friends with each other through the Virginians, through the lake. And when I think of the two of you, I think of love. I think of the gift of hospitality that the two of you have, and I've been the beneficiary of that hospitality many times, at going to many parties at your home. And this evening, in fact, while Jim and I were having dinner, he looked at our wine glasses and said, "Aren't these the wine glasses that Sharon painted for you many years ago?" And I said, "Yeah, they are actually." And actually, before I met Jim, Sharon painted these wine glasses for me probably close to 20 years ago. And the funny thing about these glasses is that there are 3 painted women on the glass. One of the ladies has crazy curly hair like me and looks just like me. The other 2 ladies, unbeknownst to Sharon, look exactly like my 2 best friends in Lynchburg. And I've just treasured these glasses ever since, and still using them to this day, 20 years, almost 20 years later. But I love you guys, love your kids, and miss you, and can't wait to see you again. Cheers, love you.
For as long as I remember, even further back than that, y'all's love has been lasting like a drunken night ass tad. Y'all raised 2 good old boys, took 2 more on part-time. A mom and dad duo paired like Corona and lime. The life of every party, I sure miss that tiki bar. My home away from home, I wish I wasn't so far. Like a cold beer needs a cooler, my world needs y'all. Keeping life just right, may we always have a ball. Y'all make every day feel like a Jimmy Buffett song. Like there's booze in the blender, a render, good times all night long. Look up to you both, together all these years with love and admiration. We raise our glass and say cheers. Y'all light the tiki torches in all of our souls, leading by example, setting our life goals. Everybody loves y'all like old Jolly Mom. 35 amazing years of Sharon and John. Happy 35, guys.
Happy anniversary, baby. Got you on my mind. Happy anniversary.
30 fucking 5?
Oh my, did you say fuck?
Fuck,
What did he look like? Sharon doesn't like it. She hates it. Absolutely hates it. You know, but we're here to celebrate, and in your honor, John and Sharon, yours. Only yours. We, John and Whitney Brock, are going to the beach for a week. Hilton Head, baby. Here we come. Oh, goddamn. I'm waiting for her to lose her phone. I almost dropped my phone out the car. Just don't do that. There you go. Just put it on you. Okay, here we go. All right, so you guys, you rock. You're an inspiration. You are like the poster children. You're not children. In fact, you're really much older than we are. But you're an inspiration. Thank you for helping to raise our children. Yeah, well, thank you for spreading the love and the joy and the laughs and keeping us all together. We're all together. Love ya. Mean it. Have a great celebration. Sorry we can't come. Bye.
Hi, it's Connie and Gil. We're here in what feels like the 35th year of quarantine, wishing you happy 35th wedding anniversary. Thank you for changing our lives by taking us on as friends, and thank you for being there for us. We love you, and we wish you another 35 plus years of happiness together.
Congratulations, you guys. Love you both. You're a very wonderful couple to be great friends with. You inspire me because of your love and kindness for each other and understanding. And I just wish you all the more of the same in the years ahead. So congratulations to both of you on 35 years and many, many more. But I do want to add one other little sidelight, just a kind of a nice little story. Make it brief as I can. We had a nice gourmet dinner here one night with lots of cocktails. And of course, John and Sharon came by canoe, and of course had to go home by canoe. So when it was time to leave, I went down to the dock to help them with everything and turn on the dock lights. And Sharon had a nice, wonderful, long, full-length dress on, and she got in the canoe and had everything in the canoe. And then when John decided to get in the canoe, all of a sudden, people overboard! The canoe flipped, everybody up in the lake, and of course everybody started laughing. Of course, I helped Sharon out of the lake, let John fend for himself, and ran up to the house to get Connie. Connie, the canoe flipped over. We need a towel for Sharon. So we got one towel, ran down, and Connie ran down with me. She goes, well, what the hell's the matter with John? I said, he can take care of himself. I just wanted to make sure Sharon was all nice and dry and everything. But it was like a scene from the Titanic because all of the glasses from the party, the wine glasses and cocktail glasses all end up in the lake, but they were all bobbing upright. And not one glass was lost in that mishap. So they got everything together and started laughing and snickering at each other and got the canoe upright and started paddling home, and I stayed on the dock to watch them, and all I could hear is snickering and laughing all the way across the cove back to the point, your point. So that was one of the funniest stories I'll never ever forget, of many with you two. So both again, have a great, wonderful, wonderful anniversary and many more years to come. Okay? Love you both. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I want to wish you a very happy anniversary on this Memorial Day 2020.
Happy anniversary.
Alexa, play Love and Marriage. Oh God, she's in the kitchen now. Alexa,
Take 35. Do-do-do-do. It's like a Christmas carol. I'm dreaming of a wife.
Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage.
Yeah, but horses and carriages are not around anymore.
Yeah, we have planes, trains, and automobiles.
but John and Sharon are really old, so it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. It's an illusion. Try to separate them.
Happy anniversary, 35 years. Tom and I were thinking of renewing our vows last year on our 40th. But the answers might not have been the same, so.
But, oh, this isn't Frank Sinatra. This is
Yes,
a
it
different
is.
one. The other one was Frank
Sure sound
Sinatra.
like Frank Sinatra. Who is this?
This is Love and Marriage by Frank Sinatra.
Happy anniversary.
Happy
Come on,
anniversary.
people have to say
35
things.
years.
People have to say things.
It was a interesting wedding you had.
Yeah, you almost burned the church down.
Interesting, what happened?
Oh, you weren't there?
No, I can't say I was.
You know, they have this part where they light the candle, you know, for the flame, and you know,
The flame of love, is that the idea?
Yeah, they set the altar on fire.
Do they mean to set the altar on fire?
No.
Oh, that's a great question.
But there was lots of giggling up there on the old.
Without the other.
And they're still giggling because they're so in love. Got this.
Happy anniversary from the Hansens.
They are the Hansens.
To the Hansens. Is that Psycho?
Yes! That's the Psycho song. Don't get any ideas there, Sharon, because I'm sure they're on your mind. Can't live at 35 years
Well, I'm
with John.
surprised it's not Monster Mash.
Okay, so the Hansen family in Connecticut is wishing the Hansen family in Moneta a happy anniversary and many happy returns of the day. Right? That's an old expression.
Sure. If you say so.
We got all dressed up for this too.
We sure did. We do it outside, but it's raining today, so.
This is fantastic. They cannot
Try
wait
to
do this.
separate them. It's
okay, we'll be doing another take of it. So.
Try, and you can only come to this conclusion: love and marriage, love
So
and
you're singing like John?
Yes.
Like a horse and
We've had to listen to him sing for how many years? Over 35, because he sang at our wedding, so hey.
You can't have one without the other. Do-do-do-do-do.
Happy anniversary!
And so there you have it, Mom and Dad. A lot of people who love you, a lot of people who took this journey with you along those 35 years. Here's to 35 more. Love you. Happy anniversary.